Alright, so since my last episode, things have obviously been very different and not addressing it would be kind of weird. So like many of you, I'm trying to practice social distancing as much as possible. Going outside basically when I need to, trying to keep myself occupied as much as possible when I'm at home. And if you are stuck at home, like me, try to keep your mind fresh by reading a book or even revisiting an old creative endeavor or a personal project that you always put off. Of course, if you are an artist, then this is a great time to keep staying creative and working on some personal project. And lastly, try to keep yourself as healthy as possible. I know that gyms are closed pretty much everywhere, but that's still not an excuse not to exercise, okay? I know as artists we sometimes get flack for not exercising or neglecting our health, but I want to dispel that notion by showing you my at-home personal workout regimen that basically helps me stay in shape during self-isolation. So, by the way, this is a workout that you at home can follow along as well, and it's super safe to do. All you need is a pencil or any type of brush that you like to use. In my case, I'll be using this, the Apple Pencil, basically. Now, I know you might be thinking, wait, hold on, that's too light. You know, you can't get a good workout with this, but don't let the weight throw you off, because it's not about the weight, but more about the reps that you put in, all right? For this exercise, it's crucial. So for this one, you basically want to do 3 sets of about 1,000 reps each. Now, in order to avoid injury, it's really important to warm up, so alright guys, so now that you've finished with your warm-up, we're gonna go ahead and do the exercise itself. So you wanna basically find a very stable platform for your arm to rest while you're doing those curls, alright? So here we go. Alright, ready? Alright, let's go. 1.
Oh, I'm hurt! Oh, my neck!
Ah, that sweet, comforting, nostalgic intro. If you were a kid at any point in your life, chances are you've watched at least one Disney movie. I grew up in the 90s, so watching Disney movies on VHS was my jam. Looking back on those movies, one thing that still strikes me to this day is the artwork and how gorgeous they still look. I think we can all agree Disney has created some of the most beautiful animations with some of the best looking characters out there. The styles throughout the ages definitely differ, especially since over the past decade or so, they only seem to make 3D animations for efficiency and cost cutting. Which is kind of a shame, because I'll always prefer the hand-drawn oldies such as Aladdin, Lion King, and Hercules, which happens to be my favorite of them all. But if that wasn't bad enough, Disney is now remaking the old classics into live action movies with atrocities such as this.
Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
Anyways, for this video, I wanted to see if I could bring back the old Disney magic by going ahead and creating a Disneyfied version of myself. In order to do that, however, I had to ask, what makes a Disney character look Disney? After having analyzed some of their work, the first thing I noticed are the eyes and how big they are. This wasn't always the case, but over the years, they realized the importance of eyes to the viewer, and with some inspiration from anime, decided to give their characters a makeover. I mean, it seems like every year their eyes just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Furthermore, they use simple forms for their characters, with minimal details or textures, and beautiful swooping soft lines. Lastly, soothing, saturated colors are used, and characters are barely shaded to cut costs and add to the simplicity. So with those characteristics in mind, I went ahead and did a few studies. I started with the short film Paperman and did a few tests on myself. However, for the purposes of this challenge, I decided to go with the movie Tangled as inspiration for my studies. I know that it's a 3D film, however, the concepts for any animation movie, whether 2D or 3D, always start with hand-drawn sketches. As for the line art and the colors, I used the movie Hercules as my inspiration. By the way, if you want to know why I love the movie Hercules so much, please go check out the video from Second Look called The Masterful Comedy of Disney's Hercules. The study basically involves me copying a few of the characters and analyzing the features while doing so, such as the forms, shapes, facial features, and expressions. Once I've done enough of these, I then take a few pictures of myself in different expressions and try drawing over with all the information I just downloaded in my brain. This is an important part of doing studies because it's like striking the iron while it's hot. The information you studied while copying is still fresh in your brain, but if you don't cement it in an applicable way by creating your own version, it will never truly stick in your mind and will be lost in the delete bin. After having done a few facial expressions, I went ahead and took a full body shot. Once again, the same steps apply where I draw over the picture to establish the likeness, but go over it by making a few selective changes to apply the style I'm aiming for. In this case, simple shapes, exaggerated features, and swooping soft lines. The last part is all about the cleanup and adding color. I add a new layer on top of the rough sketch for my clean line art, and I create separate layers below my lines for color. Since this is a Disney style, I'll be going for more saturated, feel-good colors. As for the lines, I use the base flat color and make it darker, all the while increasing the saturation a bit. If you want, feel free to just color pick some of your favorite existing color schemes to match the overall style and make your character feel like they could exist in that universe. And there you have it, a Disneyfied version of me that probably wouldn't look out of place in one of their movies, if I say so myself. Alright, so that's it for this episode, guys. I had a lot of fun doing this project, seeing myself turn into a Disney character. And honestly, I can't wait to do another one of these projects because the possibilities are pretty much endless. You can literally take any title from any medium and place yourself within that universe. So I highly recommend and encourage you to try it out for yourself. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to hit that like button. And also, if you want to see more videos such as these, please make sure to hit that subscribe button as well, along with that bell notification icon. On that note, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.